Hello, everyone. Welcome to our platform today. How are you doing? How is the pregnancy going? Or postpartum? Or conception? Remember that in this channel we target all those topics. So that's all within prenatal postnatal yoga. So let us talk about today's topic. About your belly being exposed. Ladies, please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be, your belly when you are pregnant, especially especially when you are pregnant, your baby needs to be protected, needs to be covered, needs to be, protected for everything, you know, from the weather, from sounds, We have to be very careful when it comes to the place when we are pregnant. We have to be very careful when it comes to the places where we go into, the the music that we are listening, the conversations that we are having, the type of books that we are reading. All of that affects the baby, all of that. It's very, very important to pay close attention to. So because our baby, it's so easily exposed, to us, to everything that we see, to everything that we sense, that we hear, conversations that we have. It is very important that we don't expose our baby, don't expose your baby, not even, when he's born. Sometimes I see pictures online, when the baby is born, the baby is just, completely exposed. The baby didn't ask to come into this world, and by just exposing the baby on social media, without, many times, just almost naked, and it's not for educational purposes. Sometimes there are some cases where, for educational purposes, you need to have babies like that. But that's not the case. I'm just talking, that some people, they're just doing just out of entertainment, and remember that your baby feels everything, even in in your stomach, in your belly. He hears everything, he feels everything, he senses everything. So, I don't know if you believe in this, but in some countries, this is something that is there, is the evil eye, and when your baby is exposed, like exposed, I don't know if you know what I mean. Now I think maybe I need to clarify. Exposed, it means when your baby is not covered, like when you have a bikini and your belly is all out, or when you have a top, only covering your breast, and your belly is all out. So the skin of your belly is all visible, so your belly is all visible. Some women may think, that is very, very beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, but in private. Those things are things to be kept in private. Or when you go to the doctor's consultation, of course he has to do, how do you say, this control, the checks. So he puts a cream, and then he see how the baby's doing. you know it is such a personal, your baby, your pregnancy. It's such a private, intimate topic, for instance, that in some cultures, or some people, even, they don't feel comfortable having a male, a male gynecologist, touching them when they are pregnant. They just feel more comfortable with a woman, because of the nature of the pregnancy, because it's something so intimate. So I want to encourage you. In the end, it's all your choice. You do whatever you want, right? But I really want to encourage, first of all, as I said, avoid any conflicting conversation, difficult topics. Try to be completely out of stress. Needless to say, as healthy food as possible. Even though if you have any cravings, you are allowed to take them, unless, as long as they are not really like toxic. If it's a little bit of chocolate, you can you can have. But yeah, when it comes really to protecting our mind, our skin, what is absorbed. Remember that many things are absorbed through this. Well, yeah, the skin is the first barrier, the first barrier for absorption. So when someone is evil to us, when someone is mean, maybe they can be mean for many different reasons, or maybe they are not necessarily mean, but maybe they just lost a baby, and they look at you and you have all your belly exposed, and they may feel a certain way, we don't want all those type of thoughts of energy, of aura. We don't want that type of aura around us, that type of energy. So the more we protect our baby, the better. And as I said, even if our baby is protected in the sense that it's covered, we have a shirt or or a jacket. We are not. Our skin is not exposed. This is what I mean really with exposing the baby. I think the skin is not exposed. At least, you know that's the minimum. There are other ladies who wear looser clothes. So that so that there's not so much focus on the belly. It's not because it's there's something wrong with being pregnant or with a belly. It's the opposite. It's something beautiful. And personally I think when a woman is pregnant, her femininity, it's at the highest. And then it is said, you're right, women have that pregnancy glow. It's not because it's something to be ashamed of. It doesn't have anything to do with like that. It has to do more with intimacy, you know building that intimacy with your baby. It has to do with protection, protecting your baby. You may say, well, intimacy with my baby, my baby's on my belly, I'm already intimate. Yeah, but when that is true, but when your skin is exposed, many people can see it, and many times you don't know what is going on those people's minds, intentions, people. There are thoughts, thoughts in the air going on. We don't know. So we want to ensure that our skin is not exposed. Okay, don't expose your skin to the baby. Okay, keep your baby protected, safe. Keep that relationship with you and your baby as very very close to very very dear. Don't leave it just for everyone to see. When you do any echographies, this is the sound what well, the checkups, then they give you the echographies. I think it's called like that in English now. I just finished doing a video in Spanish, so my mind is in Spanish. Don't go and show it in social media. Even the baby has said hello to the world. The baby's not here. Keep those things private. Keep those things personal. My personal opinion will be to never share that on social media. With the strangers. Strangers, people who don't really have any business on seeing those private things about you. So if you are those type of people who are like, well, I want to share, do it after the baby's born. Okay, don't do it before the baby's born. I think the baby deserves his own privacy as well. And imagine you are showing those results from your medical checkups even before the baby has come to the world and has taken his first breath, and you have looked your own baby into their eyes. Keep those things intimate, in private and sacred. Don't forget this. Don't forget that pregnancy, when a woman is pregnant, that's the most sacred experience that we as human go through. That's the origin of our life, of our existence. Without Without women getting pregnant and having babies, we wouldn't be here, right? Without men, women, but the women are they are the chosen one. The men don't have this gift, you know. So the women, they are the chosen one to be a vessel, you know, to be a channel, you know, to be used, you know, to be a vessel to create life and to bring a soul into this earth. So make that experience very very personal, very very dear to you, you know, very very close to you, you know. Keep your belly, you know. If you want to show, I personally believe it's best not to show the baby, but if you want to show, best try to use loose clothes, okay? And if you say, well, I just want my belly to be rounded and shown, okay? Use tight clothes, you know, like women, a lot of women wear dresses, tight dresses or so. But always, 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 at least make sure that your skin, that it's not shown, you know, that your baby at least has that protection through the clothes. There is like a barrier when you have clothes. There's like a barrier. If you don't have clothes and your skin is just exposed, a lot of things get absorbed into our being, into our mind, into our soul through the skin. So remember that your babies have seen all of that. They see everything, they hear everything that is going on. So protect them, okay? Protect them, and most importantly, cherish this sacred and precious time between you, your baby, and if you believe in God, God as well, you know. Keep it private, okay, and intimate, you know. More, I think private is a good word, but I like more the word intimate, personal, close, you know. It's not a show, you know. Being pregnant is not something. I'm not saying maybe the way I'm talking may seem that I'm against, you know, pregnancy or so. No, not at all, you know. Pregnancy is something beautiful, but it's not a show, you know. It's not that you should be embarrassed of being pregnant. That's the least the opposite, you know. You should be the happiest woman, but it's not a show, you know. It's not something as for others to see. For others, it's something a little bit more intimate, a little bit more delicate, you know. It's special. Remember that a special bond is being created between you and your baby, and the more intimate and private you keep your pregnancy, the stronger will be your bond, you know. So that's my video for today. I know that many of you may have another opinion about that. This is completely fine, but it's something that I really wanted to talk about since a while, because I believe that some women, they are not aware of this information that I just shared. You know, they just go on social media, you know, and they show their bellies. Even, you know, if they go to the beach and just show their bellies, and because it's what everyone does, you know. Even when the baby's born, is a baby, you know, just, you know, he's laying on his back, you know. He has not even opened his eyes, and he's already being filmed, and millions and millions of people are already seeing the baby on social media, you know, without the baby having asked for it. So so I think they just do it because it's the tendency, you know. It's just what a lot of people do on social media. But if you have other type of information, like the information that I am sharing now with you, maybe hopefully that helps you to reevaluate, you know, to assess, you know, how you want your baby even to be perceived, you know, even before he comes to the in his physical form, you know, to this planet Earth. Yeah. So Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.